What's up? Can you guys
Hello.
can you
Going
guys
on,
hear me?
Muslim Burzum?
We can hear you.
What's up?
Yeah,
So
you want to crank your audio a little bit more? I mean, I put you at 200 and I barely can hear you still.
really, let me. I kind of don't know how to do it, to be honest. Let me check.
Okay, we'll work with this.
Is it better now?
Yeah, I mean it's all right. I
Okay.
can't hear Sabrina that well either, so
I'm here.
unless she talks directly into the microphone like that.
I'm here.
Okay. So let me start. I'm 34. I am from Brazil. I live in São Paulo, and
Mhm.
my problem is I have social anxiety. Okay, and like a few times in my life I have hit like rock bottom depression, and the way I cope with it is like extreme social isolation. I just cut all my contacts. I vanish. I i try to organize my mind this way, just by being by myself. So in the last, it's not healthy, obviously. So I've gone through therapy. I did a job. In the last 5 6 years, I've been like very social, like just doing fine, like making friends, having girlfriends, going out, having an average life. But then COVID hit, and there's the issue, because I'm too good with social isolation. I'm very good. I'm doing great right now. I I have money. I smoke bomb weed. I'm like living the dream. I have no pressure to socialize or to do anything. And I was doing fine, but my first shot of vaccine is tomorrow. So in the last month, I've been building anxiety,
Mhm.
like in such a weird way, and I don't know how to deal with it. Last week, I even took the first step to try something, and I downloaded Tinder, and I matched with a girl. I talked to her for a few hours, and then she started saying like the CCP is not that bad, and the Uyghur massacre didn't happen. And that like just
Ooh.
broke me. I just went back to the point
Ooh.
zero. Yeah. Oh, I matched the tanky. So here's the thing. I kinda also I'm super anxious, but that's natural, obviously. Uh, at this
Is
point,
What does she think about
just gonna ask,
Lula?
does she
I'm
like
I
Joe Rogan?
no, no, I'm obviously a leftist. I'm here after all. Uh,
Yes.
Yeah.
so that's not a question. The thing is, I'm not bad at socializing, but I trained a lot to get to that point. And now I'm not that sure anymore that I want to do it, even because I'm doing fine right now. So I'm in this dilemma where I can like turn into a hermit, a full-on hikikomori, and don't interact with people anymore. Just to understand how isolated I am. I live by myself, and in the last 18 months, I've seen my parents twice, and that's it. I have not
You
seen
have,
anyone
even if you
else.
don't see
Like,
them, do you have friends and family that you talk to frequently?
I it's like I'm a internet millennial, so I have one friend, like one IRL friend at this point. My friendships and relationships kind of die. They just die because
mhm.
I you need to
You don't put effort
have a,
into
a
them?
little a little maintenance, at least, not even effort, but a little maintenance. And I have one friend, and like I spend my days, my social interactions during quarantine are like one-sided conversations where I just listen to streamers, or where I talk to people in offline chat. And that's kind of it. So I kind of
Man,
I
I don't
I'm
know
I,
that I think that this is a problem. Like, obviously, if you're talking to a therapist, I think you should go for that. But I live in a studio apartment, and I was alone for 6 months last year. I don't have a balcony. I never went anywhere. I went 3 straight weeks without even making eye contact with anyone, and I was fine. I was completely fine. Everyone who was talking to me was like, dude, are you okay? What's wrong? And I was just working and writing and I was having a great time. I was like, I've realized through the pandemic that I don't need any social interaction. I already knew I was introverted, but I was like, I'm happy. And that maybe when this all ends, that I need to recognize that being alone makes me happy a lot of the time and that that's okay. And I feel like maybe you're getting anxious about social pressure, about the idea that you have to start going out. I don't want to tell you to become a hermit and to recess and to like lose all contact with mankind, but I don't know that the anxiety you're feeling is coming from something you're putting on yourself. I think you might just be okay. You don't have to force this on yourself. Just do what you're comfortable with. Obviously, I still want you to have social relationships. I do think that's important. But I don't think you need to live up to the expectation of having to go out every weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
you don't
understand.
have to go out. But I think you do kind of like socializing a little bit too. I think you like the comfort of maybe being behind a screen. Like if you have Tinder, if you're listening to streamers, you kind of have that parasocial relationship with them. If you're here with us right now, I think you like socializing a little bit. You don't have to be like an extrovert. But I think what you're doing right now, like Alana said, I think you're just fine, unless you're talking about it impacting your dating life.
Or depression or anxiety. Obviously, that would be a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't download Tinder for your anxiety or depression. That's
yeah,
not gonna help you.
yeah. The thing is, it's like I know I'm living in a very toxic way, and the fine that I am in is short term. So I know I have to go out, but I'm so in my head right now that I just need some perspective. And Hassan is actually a good advice because he doesn't leave his house. I know, and I know it impacted his social
He's a
life.
big fucking nerd who doesn't go anywhere. Yeah.
No, but look, I'm
I
very
don't either.
extroverted, and I feel like you might be a little bit more introverted than I am, like more comfortable being alone. I during COVID also started recognizing that like this is something I can do, right? But honestly, I was also very, very upset and very sad and very depressed, and that was part of the reason. Like now that I started going back out, being around people, socializing, working out, and all this sort of stuff, like I feel so much better. I'm a lot happier. So definitely, we might have different expectations, but I think from my past that I mean I've talked about this before. Like I had social anxiety as well. It's like a muscle that you train, right? But if you recall a time when you used to go out, were you feeling pressured by societal expectations, or did you genuinely feel like you were having a good time? Because if you were genuinely feeling like you were having a good time, that means you overcame that social anxiety, and it's probably healthy for you to be around. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here asking whether what you're doing is all right, and whether or looking for ways to overcome that social anxiety. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree 100% with the muscle, and that's what I need to train back. But man, interacting with people is so tiresome. You have to have like a lot of energy, and you have to put effort, and it's not very easy. So, but you guys are right. I understand that. It's just that being by myself and not talking to anyone about it, even talking to a therapist would definitely be good. I'll probably look for it in the near future. Like thinking about it might be necessary. When you put it out, it's way different than when you're in your head. So, but it's hard as fuck. It's just
Don't use weed as a crutch. You know what I mean? Because
oh
that can reinforce the anxiety that you feel, and it can also make you feel like I'm doing something. I'm happy. I'm doing something. I'm just smoking weed by myself at home, and like this feels good. I'm like watching Twitch streams and stuff. So
yeah,
don't take
no,
the
I
shortcuts if you're genuinely interested in rebuilding that social anxiety muscle. Obviously, like if it gets overwhelming for you, take the time out away from all of these people, and you can always like go back to that. You know, take it slowly. Don't like jump back into it. It's nearly identical to going to the gym. You're not, you're not going back into the gym and just like lifting the same weights that you were lifting before the pandemic. You know what I mean? If that you just have to slowly build up to it.
yeah, that's
But
true.
yeah, but
That's true.
the what was the word you used? The hikikomori? Is that the right way to say it? Like the hermit? That's not
Yeah,
a
the
healthy
the
lifestyle. at all.
No, that exactly. That's not a healthy lifestyle, and I don't want to be locked in a in an unhealthy, in a
I mean,
toxic way of
I
living.
I agree. Again, I was a person who didn't go out for a long time, and I understand that it's probably not healthy, but I was also okay with it. I think that uh, approaching going back out into society is something you should just make sure that you do on your level. Like, I'm definitely not going to encourage you to be a hermit, but I also don't think that you should feel pressured to be as social as everyone else wants you to be. Because that's a thing that I have literally been through. Is like I don't think that I could do this every night now that the world's back open and people want to go get drinks every night because I also get tired talking to people too much. Just think about how often you want to. I also think going to the gym is a great idea to reintegrate yourself, but it's also like always helped me mentally. 'Cause working out is awesome. But just, figure out what you need, what you're comfortable with. Don't let the idea of, oh, everybody's going out. Now I have to go out all the time get to you.
Yeah,
Masum,
yeah,
can I ask you a quick question here?
sure.
Do you don't even have to say it. Like, can you think of even 1 to 3 people that are geographically close to you that, like, if you were just stuck at a bar or something with them, that you wouldn't mind like having drinks with? Like, do you have these people in your head?
Yeah, yeah. Ooh,
People that might live
before.
near you that, like, if it wasn't anybody's deciding, if you're like, boom, I'm at a bar with these people. Yeah, I could probably chat with them. It might seem kind of like, intimidating a little bit, but like, yeah, I mean, we've common ground. Maybe they're coworkers, maybe they're other existing friends. Do you have those kind of folks around?
Yeah, no. If I just like slide DMs, I can find a date. You know, but
Sure.
Not just a date, but
it's
like friends, not just.
yeah,
But like friends, like
yeah.
non-romantic, like people you want to chill with. Just
No,
just
not really. I'm gonna be honest, not
Yeah,
really.
no worries at all. What I'm saying is if you decide to kind of dip your toe into social interaction stuff, make it on your turf, make it on your terms. You tell me, you got a little bit of money. You're obviously you seem like a chill person. You're a great communicator. The fact of the matter is, most people by default, even if you seem like you have little to no connection to them, if you invite people to something, most people will at least be semi-interested and be like, yeah, maybe I'll go check that out. Like, if you find yourself in an opportunity where you could be like, hey, come to my place, that's what I'm saying. Like, do it on your turf, like, tell people a specific thing, don't leave it wide open. People want to be told, like, hey, we're going to go do this thing. Have a couple people over, say, we're coming to my place. I'm going to get some cheap, shitty pizza. We're going to watch this movie. We're going to play this game or something like that. Toss it out there. You're not maybe going to get like resounding yeses right away, but you're putting yourself out there in an environment where that's your dojo, dude. Like, you feel safe there. You call the shots. You're creating the activity and the time frame and stuff. And really, like, the fact of the matter is, put yourself in their shoes. If somebody that you were kind of aware of, somebody that was kind of a friend or a coworker, was just like, hey, dude, you want to come up? We're watching Die Hard this weekend. I'm going to get some Dominoes. Like, you would maybe at least, whether or not you went, would maybe feel like, oh, cool, thanks for asking me. Everybody else is walking around with that same shit in them. Chum the fucking waters a little bit, dude. I'm sure
The
you'll have somebody
Brazilian
say, yeah,
classic Die Hard.
yeah.
As an
Oh,
introvert, I go for movies all the time. Like, if someone asks me to go to a movie, I will always say yes because that's a social interaction that I don't have to talk that much at. Big
That's a
fan.
great point.
Go
That's
to
a great
movies.
point. Yeah, you don't have to
uh,
be coming up with fucking flashcards every 5 minutes.
No.
If you were on a desert island, you don't have to do that shit. You could shut up for an hour straight and just watch Sean McClane lay waste up there.
And then you have
Do
something
what
to
you
talk
need
about
to.
immediately afterwards.
Yeah, you got it's right in front of you, dude. How do you feel about that? Is that your first time seeing it? Like, you're
Mhm.
making it easier for yourself by doing those kind of situations. So
yeah, that's actually harder than just hitting Tinder. But you're right. You're 100% right.
Or-
Yeah,
it
I don't
is
have
difficult,
that
but
many
if
friends on Tinder.
worst thing that happens if you find some folks and ask and stuff is they say no, and it feels weird, but that's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and if you're
true.
good with like Tinder and being able to get dates, then there's even less pressure to get rejected in a friendship, like a platonic friendship, than there is with like getting rejected by a girl. And there shouldn't,
Mhm.
after a while, there should be no fear of getting rejected by a girl anyway. Just like we were talking about the whole, muscle thing.
Yeah, I know.
And in the meantime, switch to indica, chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm on my tolerance break. I take
Sure.
a lot of care not to smoke too much and get into a stoner mindset. I have to work, I have a job.
Right.
Sure. I
Living
mean,
in
really,
the
like you do seem like a really kind of chill, well-adjusted guy and stuff. And like,
Yeah.
I don't want to minimize the problems and the things that you're feeling right now, but I hope that by saying this, you find comfort in the fact that it's like, yeah, all of us are going through some dumb shit this year, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is not a unique problem to yourself, and a lot of us, are starting to pull ourselves out of it bit by bit, and you can do it too. Like you got all the tools to make that happen for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Thank
I
you
think Gus nailed it here. Yeah.
for sure.
Listen,
That
if
was actually
if
great advice.
Bolsonaro can survive like 11 times at the hospital and metric tons of fecal matter coming out of his nose, you can survive some social interactions, I promise.
Does Tinder have a like make friends option?
They should.
Eh, what I do is actually become friends of the girls that I go out, and then I just phase out the sex and we become buddies. But even then, no, it's not. It's way harder to make friends when you're above 30 than it is to get laid. That's like 100 to 1.
I
Chat is
feel you.
saying that Bumble has that
True.
feature to look for
Hmm.
just friends,
I,
so
I
that way
feel
you
you,
don't even
brother.
have
I
to start
when
a
I
date.
Oh yeah, Bumble does have a feature. Sorry, Sabrina, for talking over you. Um, I feel you on the it's hard to make adult friendships thing. I do get it. I mean, after all, I experienced that very same thing with Bo Burnham, as you guys know in the chat. So
Did you make a move?
he left me on red, dude.
Oh, but he read it.
That's weird because from what I hear, he's so plugged into social media and he takes a lot of stock in like social stuff. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm just doing the opposite of the inside shit. But no, yeah, I feel you.
no, I know. No, to be fair, he did give me a warning. Like, I mean, he was like, "Oh wait, you guys don't know the background. Never mind. That sounds so weird."
No.
No,
What?
no. After
Like a
Insight came
police
out,
report
I
kind of
DM'd
warning?
him. No, after
Yeah.
Insight came out, I DM'd him like, dude, huge fan. Like, it's awesome. We met one time. You probably don't remember. And he was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, I watch your YouTube videos throughout the pandemic. Like, I love your
Oh.
content.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I was like, oh, dude, this is awesome. I want him to come on the stream. And then I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, let's be friends. I didn't say that, but like, I said something along those lines. He just left me on red, and I was like,
What was the warning part though?
oh, the warning was that he was feeling overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and that he
Oh.
couldn't come on the stream anytime soon.
I think he
seems
led you
fine.
on, man. He's
Follow
not
up.
into you. I'm sorry, dude.
No.
He likes someone else.
I know he just doesn't want to do adult, straight male friendship. It's fine. I'm not
Bummer,
sad.
dude.
I'm not upset about it. Whatever. I don't think about it like once
Do
a
you need
day.
advice? Are you the next guest?
Yeah,
you
you call in. Hi, Hassan
You want to leave and come back?
So this
Whatever,
guy,
dude.
Bo.
It's
Why
fine.
left me on red?
Yeah, Hassan, sorry my problem was too close to home there.
Don't worry about it. I'm just messing around, man. But I do feel you. It's difficult to
It is hard, yeah.
cultivate
Yeah.
adult friendships, like adult platonic friendships. Like, it almost feels easier to like hook up with someone and date them.
Yeah, try that in Brazil where 55% of the people like Bolsonaro.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's automatically you just eliminate a big chunk of the population that you could just like stay away from, right? Wait,
Yeah,
I thought his numbers
find
were
the rest.
down though. I thought Lula was on the come
No,
up.
Lula. Unless they do another coup on Lula before the election, he's gonna win easy. Bolsonaro is done. Bolsonaro is just too awful. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk Brazilian politics, okay? And let's not go there. But yeah, the only thing Brazilians really hate is inflation, and it's going off the roof through the roof. And no, it's literally the first thing that media puts on the top of the newspaper to destroy presidents. They
Inflation
just
sucks,
say,
man.
Oh, yeah.
I know inflation is hell. Even
Bad.
worse in third world countries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
I
thank
do
you. I'm
know
not
from
gonna
Turkey.
take more. True, true. We we had similar experiences, I think.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well, I hope this was
Television is
helpful.
terrible.
Yeah, man.
it
Thanks for
was
calling.
helpful. I really needed to hear some perspective from people who also don't leave their homes.
Get in the
True.
right place. All right. Wish you the best, dude. Thank you so much.
I thank you. Thank you all.
Good luck. I'd hang out with that dude.
Yeah, guy seemed chill. Guy seemed
Yeah.
chill. I think he'll be fine.